Hey Garfield, what's up?
Hey, brother, how are you? Namaste.
Namaste. Welcome to
Yeah,
Sabong Evolution Trifecta.
I'm
Excited for
excited.
today. We got a bunch of people here, and I will start by giving my apologies to all the folks who are here at 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. and
I
various
know.
busy
I'm
times.
I'm
Sorry about
looking at
that.
Mystique and Tartan, and they stayed awake. So I'm sure they're having their coffee until now. But I'm excited about these, three things that we're gonna share with the community. Well, the first thing is the bridge.
Wait.
You
You
know.
just go right into the topics. We got to make some chit chat first and get
Well,
warmed up a
okay.
little bit.
I'm so excited, brother. Okay. You
First of all, tell me a little bit about your shirt.
oh,
Interesting
you know
shirt.
what? Very interesting. Actually, people thought it was a marijuana leaf, but it's not. It was a lady from the church that said, "Oh, I like your shirt.
The
It's
weed
a
man.
it's a weed." I said, "No, it's not. It's not five fingers, right?" So, she said, "Oh, I thought it was a cannabis," and I said, "No, it's not. It's a Hawaiian shirt." So, you
All
know,
right. So let's start off with by disappointing people and letting breaking the news that you are not going to be
I know.
performing tonight. I'm sorry to
Yeah,
hear
I'll take
that,
a
man.
rain
We're
check,
looking forward
guys.
to Purdy Woman and what was it? Who let the cats out?
The
Yeah,
Bahaman, yeah. But believe it or not, I got the pretty woman set up.
yeah.
But my throat's been itchy for the last 2 days, and bear with me, guys. I promise I'll make it up.
Did you get into a fight with someone or something? Why were
No,
you
I was
yelling?
no. It's actually more like singing, brother.
Okay,
I
you
I do lead worship and at church also, but I wanna make sure that when I sing for the community, I can't wait, brother, for the live
yeah.
band. Actually, like
You got
live
to do
event
that.
or
We got to do a
Sabong.
Vitruvia conference soon.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I'd love to really perform with live performance. But hey, maybe end of this week because I know some things are happening by the end of this week. We're not talking pink sale alone, but we're talking about what we're going to share with them, right?
Yeah.
It's
I'll
it's
tell you what
tri.
though, I'm super sleep deprived right now. Because of the time change for one thing. I think a lot of people, have that happening.
Right.
I do not like this time daylight
Oh yeah,
saving
they should stop that in reality, but
Yeah,
we lost this time. We lost an hour, and I didn't even have to change my watch because I didn't change it
you didn't
from
change
last.
it from earlier.
No,
Oh wow!
so
All
it was
right.
good. You know.
So we are in an environment right now where everything is open. So all the barriers are gone, and look, where it's people are having fun. I think it's
Yeah,
going good.
they're free. They're
Yeah.
free. They're in a fair playing field. I actually thought it was going to go down to like 9-7 because I'm ready. I'm ready to scoop them up. My team are all ready to scoop them up. We go, Garfield. When is it going to go down to 5 cents? I go, I'm waiting too. Don't ask me. Let's wait for the dumpers to dump so that the buyers can buy. You know what I mean? Exciting. So everyone's just keep watching the decks, the Vitruvio exchange, the pancake swap, and the uni swap. But what's amazing, brother, is the fact that I've always been driven by the rebase. The rebase that's going to happen this end of the week. I'm driven by the transaction volume that we want to create for the rebase to kick off, to
Mhm.
activate. So they're all connected. And
Yeah.
what we're about to share with them tonight is actually going to be about transaction volume.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I I I am so pumped about this. I cannot um I've been working so hard on so many things, but a lot of them comes down to sort of support applications for the community, and
That's right.
uh I today I get to talk about really bringing out the creativity. And we'll go there in a bit. Let's start now. Let's get into our topics. So we have three topics today. Hence the
That's right.
trifecta. So what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about
The
the
bridge.
the
Yeah,
bridge? You've
the
got that,
bridge,
and then
and
you've got
then
something special.
spray.
A
Wow,
spray.
spray.
What is this? Is it like a suntan or what? Insect repellent?
No,
What kind of spray? I guess
communities.
we'll wait. We'll wait to find out. We'll wait to find out.
All right.
And then a third, we said a super bonus secret special kind of thing, right? I can't wait
I
to get
call.
to that part. All right,
Yeah.
let's get going.
I talk about bridge. I talk about spray. Then I talk about thought.
Oh, okay. All
So now
right.
they're wondering what bridge, spray, and thought. TOT.
You're so funny. Anti-dip spray, someone says. Scream Crow face says.
There you go. I
All
like
right.
that.
Well, you know what? Let's wait a little more. We only have 96 people on the feed right now. We'll wait till we get to
What?
100 and then we can start.
Wow, guys, come on! You guys didn't look
We need
forward to
more
seeing
people on
our
here. So we'll start when we get to 100, folks. We need four more people here and we can get
call
going.
your like neighbor, call your neighbor, your come on, guys,
But
open up your
usually morning Pacific time is a good time for the whole globe. I think we capture a majority of the globe during daylight hours.
right,
There.
exactly. And we'll
So
do that by the end of the week. So we'll make sure that we do this thing in the morning, so everybody's.
yeah. Phantom
Oh
says
wow,
spot is a trifecta of transactions. All right, we
I
got two
like
more. 98, good.
Phantom, man.
99. All
Phantom,
right.
very
We need one
creative.
more and we are there. I'm banging on the neighbor's wall right now. It's funny.
I'm banging on the neighbor. Well, okay. I'm awake. We
Air is
can
here.
wake.
All right, we are 101. We can get going. All right.
All right.
So, what do you have you are buying a bridge to in Brooklyn? I Is that what you're talking about? The bridge or
No, no. Well, first of all, the team thanks you, Nick, because you've helped us put this thing together, and it means a lot to us. And why don't we go ahead and show them what we've got for them? And
all right. Here we go. There we go. That's the bridge.sabongevolution.com.
that's right.
So talk to us about this.
Just connect your wallet, guys. The liquid Savo X that you have, you can now bridge over to the Truvio chain. And remember, only Savo is able to benefit from the three key elements, which are the number one, rebase. Number two would be the burn proof, not burn proof, but the peg to Bitcoin. We're very excited about doing a sample of that because as we have witnessed, Bitcoin's been going up and down, really volatile. But the good thing about Savo X is that we're not affected per se by the volatility on the negative side, but on a positive side if you have the burn proof feature as well, which is the third key element. So connect your wallet, bridge over, and you can actually try that now if you guys want to.
I don't have any wallets with SavoX on this browser, unfortunately.
Okay,
Um, I should have. I only got this page up at the last minute. I'm sorry about that.
don't
But
worry.
this is ready to go, right? Anyone can get to it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is
It
this
will
your
take you
final,
three
or is
minutes.
this your alpha, your beta? What is it?
It's just a beta, guys. So just bear with us. We're still in beta, but we're confident that this week, but towards the end of the week, this will be fully up and running.
All right. And if people have problems, what should they do? Are
Oh,
you going to give your personal cell number here in a
yeah.
moment?
You can call me at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's fine, but I just won't pick it up because I'm sleeping. No, just send in and any bugs that you run into. Please share with us if you run into any error. Just send it to the Sabong channel there. This has always been amazing, and Mystique and Sharon T. A lot of people that are Le Rosier. A lot of people, CNB. A lot of people in the Sabong channel are very good. Didi and Arico, I mean, these people I didn't even ask. They're just always there. Garfield's so very thankful for the community, and that's the reason why I constantly think of ways where we can really give back to the community.
All right, I got a banner up there because people asking about it. Okay, great. Yeah, so like any other beta product, it may work for you, it may not work for you. Just report it, and it'll flow up to the team, and I guess they'll get it fixed.
That's right.
All right. So that's bridge.sabongevolution.com. All right, that's great news. And I guess it's spanning two chains, hence the bridge. It's BSC and Vitruvio. So on
That's right.
BSC, it's the Savo X token, and on Vitruvio, it's the Savo
Stable.
token.
Correct. Yeah.
And on Bitcoin, I have some all of this also, so I know it's it's basically of whatever allocation you got, you have your 5%.
Correct.
The 95% is not available in any shape or form. Is that right?
Correct. That's
Yeah.
correct.
Okay.
So,
So
so just to clarify, the 5% is liquid, Nick. So they can go ahead and transfer that over.
okay.
5% of your Savo X transfer over to Vitruvio chain, and so obviously, if you want to get more that's liquid, then it would be on Pink Sale because Pink Sale is 100% unlocked.
Yeah.
So when the first release happens, which is a 6 months, right? In 6 months, that becomes liquid. Then you can transfer that over. You can bridge it over to Vitruvio and so on and so forth.
Okay. All right. It's very important that if anyone, I see a couple of people saying it didn't work or whatever, just very important to bring up the console and screenshot that when you're reporting an error. So
Hmm.
that is uh, Command Alt I on most browsers, Command Alt I, and you can then go to console and whatever you see, please screenshot that and give that, because without that information, the
We
mods
won't
are
know.
probably going to ask for that information anyway. So go,
That's
you
right.
can also just do right click and inspect, and you can get to that same console very easily. It'll go through this gibberish, but you can click on console. And always, anytime you report any kind of error with any application, not this one, even Scope, people
Mhm.
report errors. I'm like, I don't know, give me a console report on what the error is, because it'll have
Mhm.
the error message right here, and you can screenshot that and give that. So that's really important. So again, right click, inspect is the fastest way. Click console, and
There
there
it is.
should be any error right here in this area if you have any error. Okay, and yeah, it is beta, so we expect. I guess I know that when I put out something in beta, there's going to be
Oh yeah,
problems,
yeah.
and we'll get through it. There is no hurry. There is no urgency. We'll so just report that. There's one other thing I wanted to mention, and that was fees. Does anyone have to pay fees right now?
We cover the fees for now, brother. So
Oh, okay, that's great.
yeah,
So people just pay
yeah,
gas.
that's right. Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
we
no
cover that.
fees. No
No
fees.
fees.
That's great. That's great. So this is using the same via labs that we use for everything else. So I think that's
That's
pretty
right.
straightforward. Uh,
That's right.
okay. Screen Crow Face says Sabo X balance shows, but no Sabo balance. So yeah, I mean, you would expect not to see anything until you have some Sabo balance. But either that, or you haven't connected to Vitruvio. Anyway, these are
Yeah.
things you can easily
Yeah.
troubleshoot.
Screen codes further said that it says there you shall not pass.
Gandalf the Grey appeared and said, "All right, we'll figure that out." Okay,
Yeah.
this is congratulations. You've got
Yeah.
and the app there. Now I understand. We were talking about this earlier, that 95% is not viewable by anyone here because it is going to be viewable once you have your cockpit application
That's
up
right.
and running,
That's right. Yeah.
right? Okay,
That's the
so
time that it's going to be viewable. Their assets will be available in the cockpit.
yeah.
Dot Sabong Evolution.
Now, one thing I've observed in our community is everyone is in a hurry for everything. They want everything like yesterday. But it's always hurry up and wait because they get it, but they can't really do anything with it. So just
That's right.
take it easy. Take it easy. We got a plan here, right?
Yeah. Well, the good thing, brother, is what we're sharing with them. That's why we shared Bridge first, because it's just in beta, and the spray is going to be really good
Oh
once they
yeah, let's
find
talk
out.
about the spray. Give me
Yeah.
1 second. Let me take this off
Yeah.
here. So I want everyone's full attention when we talk about the spray here. Let me get
Yeah.
that banner off here also. All right.
And the best part is a third. But the spray is pretty cool. You know how it is when you go camping and you get burned, and you get a spray. You spray, so
Oh wait,
so you.
1 second, Garfield. 1 second. I seem to have. There we go. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I got the wrong layout there for a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't want to get burned, so you use that spray, and you spray yourself with it, and you won't get burned. So people were asking about the burn proof feature. You see, when we took the snapshot, that was it. There's no more burn proofing in reality. But we listen, we look at people asking questions about how do they get burn proof, and of course, because if you are a staker, right, then you have the feature of a burn proof wallet. So we created a burn proof NFT. Okay, so we created a burn proof NFT. What that means is that if you stake at least 10,000 Savo, burn proof, it can burn proof any wallet if you stake 10,000 Savo. Okay,
Save
and
X or save.
uh, no, Savo X is you bridge it over,
Ah,
so
okay.
it's Savo.
And then
Yeah,
okay, got it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you stake Savo, then 10,000 minimum for 12 months minimum. Okay, not only do you get APY, you also get a burn proof NFT. Now, the best part about this burn proof NFT is that it's also going to be tradable. So you can sell this NFT because it can burn proof any wallet. You can trade this NFT to a marketplace, to a secondary marketplace.
So
Okay.
it's a spray. What's the spray part? You
Well, because that's what we call the NFT a burn proof NFT. It's a
okay,
spray.
okay, got it. You spray it on a wallet and it makes
That's
it burn
right.
proof.
That's right. Yeah.
Do you spray it on the same wallet that you staked, or can you spray it on any wallet?
You can spray it on any wallet. So if you
Oh,
spray it, then obviously you lose, you can only use one NFT per one wallet, right?
mm,
So when you stake 10,000 using one wallet, that wallet's already burn proof. But if you use that feature to spray another, then that wallet loses its burn proof. So you don't want to just buy one NFT and spray 10 wallets with it. No, it doesn't
mm.
work that way. One
One.
NFT, yeah. So one NFT will burn proof your wallet, and minimum 10,000 Savo, and minimum of 12 months to stay.
Awesome, awesome. And you're gonna personally come and spray everyone?
Yeah, I will do that when we get it up and running. See, all of these announcements we're making, excuse my the hoarseness of my voice. All of these announcements we're making are going to come into life this week. That's the good thing. It's not going to be a long wait, guys. It's going to happen end of this week, most especially the third part that we're going
Oh,
to announce
that I'm
tonight.
excited about. All
Yeah.
right, are we onto that topic now?
Yeah, the thought.
All right,
Yeah,
but
the
first, you know what's important.
sip of chai. That's
Mm.
right.
All right, so let's talk about this a little bit. So as I mentioned at the top of the hour, I've been so immersed in writing a bunch of code, working on a bunch of strategy, creating a bunch of presentations, doing lives, marketing, etc. Just about everything. Founders of startups do everything. It's many
Right.
hats. Uh, what it didn't leave me time for in the past 18 months is to pursue any of my creative passions. You know,
That's
I'm a DIY guy. I like to build stuff with my hands. um, I also love to participate in hackathons. I would. There was a year there where I was just only doing hackathons because I got addicted to winning. I would pretty much win almost all of them that I entered. In fact, I loved it because my kids were very young at the time, and I would go as a partner. And I remember my daughter and I were here at Google, and we were in a hackathon with Google Mountain View and Google Bangalore, and we won that one.
right.
The kid
Yeah, I
and I,
remember.
and we won like an Xbox each and all
Yeah,
of
I
that. It was kind
remember
of
that.
cool. Anyway, so I love hackathons because it allows me to be really creative. In 24 hours, you have to come up with a product idea, you have to build it, a prototype of it, and you have to market it. You have to present it to the judges, and then hopefully you win. And the prizes sometimes are pretty big. You get like 10K, 50K, etc. So
Wow.
it's very addictive, very addictive. But getting back to it, it's really about creativity more than anything. Creativity under pressure, under extreme pressure. You have 24 sleep deprived hours to just crank out an idea, and you're competing also with
That's
everybody
fast.
who's,
Yeah, that's right.
so you have to go,
Got to be
you have to go
snappy.
fast at it. Anyway, so what I was thinking of is, it's been a while since I did something like that, and I was like, okay, what can I do? And I'm like, obviously it has to be something on Vitruvio. Um, and and I wanted to really create something for our community where there is fun and engagement and thrill and all
Right.
that. And we were talking, and I started telling you about it, and you put the idea in my head that we should collaborate. I'm like,
That's
this is not a business thing, Garfield. This is
yeah.
fun for me. I just want to have some fun. I do not want to get into rules. And you said, and I remember this, and I'm very glad very appreciative of you. You said, well, who told you not to have fun? Like, just have fun still,
That's
but we
right.
can still collaborate, you know?
Yeah, because I was constantly thinking of ways where we can create transaction volume.
Yeah,
So why not put it into life, you know? And
yeah. So then I shared with you my idea in more detail, and I told you it's basically a quick and well, it's not easy, but it's a quick game that I can like code in like a week or so,
that's
and
right.
just release, and we can have some fun. And you said, well, let's go. And this has become uh, sort of the first of something that I'm very, very excited about. So let's talk about that today, because we are also announcing something new as part of this collaboration,
Of
and that
course.
is this. I'm really, really pumped about it. So now that you have that backdrop, what we are talking about is essentially a game for Vitruvio that's quick, and that I'm doing for fun for the community. So here we
Right.
go.
And not only
We
that, brother, they get to use their native token, native coin, Vitru,
Yeah.
Vitro.
You're spoiling you spoiling my
All
surprise.
right, all right.
Yeah, you gotta wait. You gotta wait a little bit.
Okay, okay.
All right. All right. Here we
Okay.
go. We have presenting to everybody Tug of Tokens. There's your TOT. This is the first game and a collaboration between myself as an individual, nothing to do with my role in Vitruvio, and Sabong Studios, which is the new formed entity, which will be your game division, or really your overall everything, right?
That's right. The
And
studio.
yeah, and so sabongstudios.com, and you've got a great the landing page up there now, and we're going to do a lot of games here. So as I understand it, the tug of tokens, which we are going to talk about shortly, is the first one, but you also got another one coming up, which is what?
The Telegram.
Oh, it's a Telegram game. All
Yeah,
right.
tap to earn. Yeah, tap to earn game. So we
Oh,
now have
tap
two.
to earn game. Okay,
Yeah,
cool. So Sabong Studios is here. Exciting. We got some games going. Let's talk about Tug of Tokens. I am super pumped about this because, uh, well, kind of wrote the whole concept in a weekend, and have already finished, like, I would say 75% of the coding of it, and it's gonna be out here soon. So let's see what this Tug of Tokens is all about.
All
Uh,
right.
it's a game that has the strategy of poker, the skill of trading, the suspense of sudden death, and the thrill, and this everyone likes, of jackpots. Woohoo! Who doesn't like
Wow.
jackpots? All right, so we've got all of that coming up in this game. All right, so let's see how it's played and what happens. So, it's a turn based strategy game built on blockchain where teamwork, cunning, and calculated risks will determine the victor. So, it's on Vitruvio and also BSC. We put it on BSC because Savo X is on BSC and we wanted to support it also. So, how does it work? Well, the way it works is that as a player, you join one of two competing teams battling to tug this team orb. So there are two orbs in the game. There's a team orb and a match orb. And what you want to do is you want to tug the team orb to your team base.
That's right.
You're trying to tug the team orb to your team base, and the other team is trying to tug the team orb to their team base, and it's in the middle. So one of the teams is going to win. Whoever is stronger is going to kind of like tug of war a little bit, but you're tugging orbs toward your base. But
That's right.
you're competing with the other team, but there's also an unpredictable match orb in there. So you're also competing with the match orb because the match orb has a life of its own, which I'll explain to you in a bit, and it might also go to one of the bases and win. And if a match orb gets there, that's the game. So tug of tokens means you are tugging using tokens this orb to come to your team base. Let's look and see how that actually all works. Let's look at the mechanics of it. So you can visualize the game like this. It's basically one team, team base A on one side and team base B on the other side. You can have any number of players. They have to be equal. So you can have 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 100 players, 1,000 players in each team. It doesn't really matter. You can have as many as you want. But you've got two orbs, the team orb and the match orb. And your job is to work with your teammates and tug the team orb to your team base. That's it. When it gets to your team base, you win. So let's look about how that happens. So first of all, in the game are arenas. So all the matches in the tug of tokens take place in an arena which supports one or more coins and tokens. So each arena is coin and token specific. So Sabong Arena is going to be the first arena, and it will support Savo on Vitruvio and Savo X on BSC. So that's why we have it on Vitruvio and BSC. We wanted to make sure both the Sabong tokens are covered. An arena can have any number of tokens. It's not just one. You can have as many as you want. But when you play a game, you play with that token in that arena.
That's
Now,
right.
what's in an arena? We have matches. You can have as many matches as you want going on at once. There is no limit. Just imagine that you've gone to some church poker festival. You walk in the door and there's like 50 games going on of
That's right.
poker or bingo or whatever it is. It's just like that. You walk into an arena and there are matches going on. Any one of you can start a match. You just give a name. You say which token you want to play with. It can be anything. You specify how many players you want on each side, and you specify what an entry fee is. People who are used to playing poker might be familiar with this as sort of the ante or the opening uh, fee, but it's basically an entry fee. So let's just
Right.
use for an example. We'll play with the Savo example. All right. So you've started a match with the Savo token, and you decide that the entry fee is 50 Savo tokens. All right. So, and let's say that you decide there's 5 players on each team. So that's 10 players total. So that means there are 2 teams, 5 players each, and your entry fee is, did I say 50? Yeah, 50. So
Yeah.
each of those 5 players on team A has to put in 50 Sabo tokens each, and on team B, they have to put in 50 tokens each. So that's 250 plus 250, that's 500 Sabo tokens right away before the game begins. You
Hmm.
also need to specify what the game duration is going to be. It's got to be in 30-minute increments. You can make a fast game, 30 minutes, or you can make a long game for 30 days, or 3 days or 3 hours or whatever you want.
You can do.
There's nothing that so this is a game of skill, strategy, luck, etc. So you can have a longer game, you can have a shorter game. So, and then you pay your entry fee. You're one of the players, so you're a creator and the player. So you kick things off by putting in your entry fee, and that's 50. And then the match is not yet live. It's a new match. It's waiting for other players to join. So, but it gets listed and it's available. Other people see it and go, this is interesting. It's a Sabo game. It's for I don't know 2 hours, and it's got 5 players on each. I'm in, and that player joins and puts in their uh, 50 Sabo, and that happens until you get 10 players. So as this thing's humming along, we should be easily be able to get players. But initially, I think people will start with smaller number of players, 2 players, one
That's right.
players, etc. Okay, so then we've got the match, and it is in sort of the joining phase where it's waiting for all the players to join. And once all the players are joined, the match is on. The match is active, and then you get into the concept of turns. So there is a game-wide turn system. So each turn is 5 minutes. So basically, everyone makes their decisions within 5 minutes, and all the matches, the turns happen at the exact same time. They are block driven, but approximately 5 minutes. So whatever chain you're on Vitruvio, it's 5 seconds per block. So there's 12 blocks per minute, which means that's 60 blocks for a turn. All right.
Mhm.
Now at each turn, the team orb and the match orb, they might move based on the tugs made by each team. So in those 5 minutes, both teams' players have played and tugged. So what's a tug and what happens there? So at every turn, every player must decide the number of tokens they're going to play in order to tug the team orb. So there will be a chat feature for your team. So you can collude, you can talk to your teammates and say, hey, how about we do this? How about we do this? You have no idea what the other team is going to play.
That's
It's up
right.
to you. You decide how many tokens you're going to put in. So you when the game is created, the game creator can put the limit. In poker you have a limit on a table, or you can have a no limit game also. So they can say that, okay, on this particular match, the limit is 1,000 tokens, or 100 tokens, or 10 tokens, or whatever, and that's the maximum each person can put in for their tug in that turn. You can chat, but you don't know what the other team is thinking of doing,
Doing.
etc.
That's right.
So in the turn, you have 5 minutes to make these decisions, and you put in all your tokens, and that's your tug essentially. So that's all done, and now the turn is over. So the game is going to measure who got a stronger tug. It's going to add up all your tokens from each team, and whoever had more tokens, the orb moves 1 unit toward that. The game has a duration, right? And so it's divided into equal 5 minute segments based
Of course.
upon what the duration is. So if you've got 30-minute game, you've got 6 turns. If you got a 1 hour game, you've got 12 turns, and so on and so forth. So now the team orb moves towards the team base with the larger tug. So you get to see what the other team did. You have an idea after the first one. Before that, you're flying blind. You have no idea. But you
Right.
can see maybe they got a whale, maybe they're betting, they're
Right.
putting in more tokens or whatever. You have no idea. Your team can strategize and decide then on what happens next. So at each turn, this process is repeated. Each team puts in their tokens and tries to tug the orb toward their base. And it might go back and forth. It might go toward one and then come back, or it might keep going towards one team depending on whoever's tugging. There is no compulsion. Players can sit it out. They can just join and then do nothing. And every player is in a team, but just like we have in real sporting teams, you rely on teamwork. But If you're not a team player, you're going to lose, of course, but you should participate and try and win. Now, what's happening here at the same time is that both the tugs are added up and divided by the the turn number. So if it's the second turn and one team, added up to like 100 and the other one added up to 200, that's 200 plus 100, 300 divided by 2 is 150. Now
Hmm.
that's even. So the match orb moves towards team 2. If the number is odd, the match orb moves towards team 1. Very simple. So you don't know where the match orb is going to go until the whole turn is over. Now you're racing to get that orb to your team base, but the
Right.
match orb is moving independently based upon both the team's actions. And if it reaches a team base, it wins versus you winning. All right. So that's how the orb moves. And then how do you win? Well, if the team orb reaches your team base, that team wins. All right. So if the match orb reaches a team base, the platform wins, the house wins. What if a match orb and a team orb reach a base at the exact same time? Well, then the team wins. The match doesn't. So the team breaks takes priority over the match orb. Okay. So what
Okay.
happens when you win? And here comes the fun part, the jackpot part. All right. First and foremost, most important, 5% for Vitru games goes to Vibe. So we're gonna feed tokens right into revenue share. 1% goes to whoever created the match. 14% goes to the platform. And the remaining 80% is divided among the winning team pro rata. So if you contributed more, you get more of that 80%. If you contributed less, you get less. The losing team gets nothing. So it's pretty high stakes in that regard. And you win a lot of tokens, the entire jackpot. So if every turn people have been putting in lots of tokens, that jackpot can grow very significantly, very significantly. Yeah.
Quick
Screenport says
question.
any excuse to have a tug.
Quick question, brother. Quick question on
Yeah.
so it doesn't always have to be equal uh bets. That the number of three or four team players, they can talk if one
They can
decides,
talk
let's
and
say.
do whatever they want. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the team
exactly.
total that matters. It's just going
Got
to add
it.
up every player and say, okay, this is your total tug from your team, and then it's going to look at the total tug from the other team.
That's
So
right.
it's
That's right.
entirely possible that if it's a long multi-day game, someone might not be there for some turns because they're asleep or whatever. But the
That's
game
right.
goes on. The turns go on. You wake up and you find out, oh man, we were ahead, but now we are behind. The other team's got an
Okay.
advantage. So
Okay.
this is for long running games. You can have a lot of activity with either side. And remember, no matter what happens, match orb is going on, based on the activity of two. So if match orb wins, then both team loses.
That's
So
right.
what happens if your time runs out and there's not a winner? Well, then we take the first turn funds, which is the ante. 5% goes to Vibe, 95% goes to the platform, and all other turn funds are refunded. So basically, there was no winner in the game. So you're
That's right.
just out the initial ante that's there, but otherwise everything is refunded. Now, the contract is, like I said, almost done on both Vitruvio and the and BSC. Someone asked, how do you prevent the match orb from winning? Interstellar says, well, you can't. I mean, you could strategize a little bit, but really, it's random, right? It's the sum of both teams plus, sorry, divided by the turn number. So it's very random, and you won't know. Uh, so, but if one team, and remember, as a result of that randomness, the match orb could be going back and forth. It could be vacillating,
That's right.
towards one, because one number could be odd, one number could be even. You really don't know. Um, all right. So then let's continue. Uh, the first one, the first arena is going to be Sabong Arena, and we're going to have Savo X, USDT, and BNB. So those are the four tokens you can have games with in the Sabong Arena. We also can have a Vitruvio Arena. We have Vitro, Rap Vitru, VUSD, and
Wow.
USDC. We're going to take every token. So all you token publishers, you're more than welcome. We're going to have a Google form. You can come and apply to have an
That's
arena.
right.
It's very simple. You pay a very small fee. You provide some graphics of your logo and all of that. Tell us your contracts of which tokens you want, and boom, you'll have an arena, and all Vitruvio tokens are welcome. And we'll have the application form there. We just want to make sure that we get this going with Sabong and Vitruvio arenas, and make sure things work before we start inviting others. But every
Other
token
people.
that's there on our
That's right.
platform is more than welcome. And you can use small change, you can use big change, you can have some fun here. We're going to get a lot of transactions going, and we talk about transactions, but if you
Right.
get a few hundred games going at once, that's going to be a lot of transactions,
Oh yeah.
because
That,
at
and
every
the best
turn,
part,
every player, yeah,
yeah, the best part is it's always guaranteed 5% going into the Vibe
there we go.
contract, smart
The
contract.
entire community is making money
Yeah,
from it.
and that's the reason why I said, I think it was yesterday. I said, "Wow, Vitru is on sale, Vibe is on sale, and then transaction volume is imminent."
Yeah.
And
You
I
can
think
you
that's
can also create a game where you specify that the game players must be a holder of a certain NFT.
yeah,
So
yeah,
they must be holding, a Vibe NFT or anything like that. You can just specify that. So you can have specific player rules also. Okay, so
yeah.
what's
It
the
looks
vision
like
here? The vision is for lots of
yeah,
arenas with many different tokens, and to have short and long play matches. Matches are different durations, 30 minutes to 30 days or whatever. We want something for everyone. We want play limits from small, so there's no reason not to have a match that where the entry is one Vitru, you know, and the limit is how when you play poker at home with the kids
right,
or whatever, if you ever done that, you play with fake money, you play with plastic tokens or whatever, and or
that's
you play
right,
with quarters and nickels and dimes.
right,
We can do that. We can have games where the limits are like two Vitru, and each turn, so it can be fast, 30 minutes, and everyone gets to play. You don't have to be a whale. You don't have to have lots of tokens to play. Just have fun. But here's the part that's very exciting. They can be some very big jackpots very quickly, because you have no idea what people are going to do in every turn, and that
right.
accumulates. So if you're talking about six turns, that's six times however many players. So let's say that's four players. That's eight. Four players per team. That's eight players. So it's 48 players putting in money on every turn. That's
Tokens,
really great.
putting
We're
in
going to have
tokens.
many transactions that trigger rebases and significant revenue share to Vibe.
That's
Um,
right.
so this here really takes all the elements of the games I like, because, like I said, this is a creative pursuit for me, just to have some fun. It ends up it's in code also, but it's fun, and uh, I just enjoy it. So the roadmap, season one coming this week. So we're gonna have the first version of this up this week, Tug of Tokens, and you can start playing this week. So I think
That's
we'll
right.
start only with the Vitruvio one first, make sure it's working before we go to BSC. And my goal is to actually release this on other chains in the future also. So there's really no restriction, because we have Vitru on Ethereum, etc. So why not?
That's
Have it
right.
there
Yeah.
also. So
And not
this
only
week,
that, yeah, not only that, brother. The good thing is, if they go to the website of Sabong Studios, they'll notice that a lot of games there are grayed out that will come to life.
yes,
And that's what's exciting.
yes.
There's no more waiting, guys.
Phantom says,
So
"What about a Sabong board game?" I don't see
I
why
know
not. I think it's
I
got to
saw
happen.
that. Yeah,
Yeah. All right. So there's a white paper I wrote. You can check it out. It's savo.2/tug. And it has most of the game mechanics in there. I don't anticipate it changing a lot. Change it a little tiny bit as I go through the contract creation and notice some holes or gaps or things that could be better. But overall, this game is coming together at warp speed. I'm just going very fast at it. So you can check out the Sabong Studios website. You can access this deck at savo.2/tug deck. The white paper is at savo.2/tug.
Uh,
And that's the exciting news we wanted to share with you about Sabong
that's right.
Studios and the tug of tokens. We really expect that this game will it touches everything and everybody in our ecosystem, and it's an opportunity for everyone to have some fun and
That's right.
really uh, just
And that's what it is.
get
Yeah,
transactions going. Yeah.
that's right. At the end of the day, we I think we've already seen. Again, this is my opinion. I think we've already seen the finding of the floor in the V-True prize, and I think that's a good opportunity for people to understand that you don't need to leave. You don't need to exit. Now we're looking forward into creating. Who knows? Maybe we'll come to a point where we can create games every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks. Just so
Or
we
every
can,
week.
or every week, where we can continue to introduce into the world. Because Vtrue is, as we know, it is already in Ethereum and Binance, and how can again how can we come up with something that will allow everyone to participate. I think that's what led us into collaborating about your ideas into coding the game and our ideas into marketing.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you. I want to keep this creative and fun endeavor. I don't want to get into the like this becomes a business or anything like that. This got to be
Oh, of
fun for
course.
me. It's my
It's got to
side
be.
project for fun. It's not about making money. It's just giving people
Ex-
something fun to
exactly.
do. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that's what it is. Rebases for Vive and staking, Sabong winning. I like what Phantom is saying there because that's what we're aiming to do, to feed that Vive contract where transaction takes place and then kick off on that rebasing where the Sable begins to mimic or to rebase when V2 rebases. It's a win-win for all.
Yeah. I really want with this game. Every token that is there on Vitruvio immediately gets utility.
Correct.
It doesn't matter
Exactly.
which token it is. It can be used in this, and you can have an arena for your token. You can get
That's right.
all the people who have your token, all your holders
Yeah.
together in one place. And yeah, I'm using TalkJS for chat on the site, so there's dedicated chat for each team. You can you don't
And
know who it is. You just know wallet addresses, right?
that's
So
right. And there's a lot of new tokens in Vitruvio.exchange. Those tokens can be part of this because they have their own community that buys
yeah,
their token and sells their token. So
absolutely. And this will motivate other people to create more tokens which have unique utility. When I would be open to having specialized tokens that do interesting things and specialized arenas with prizes, daily winners, things like that. And every arena can do its own thing. My goal is to build a community around this, and the arena sponsors, if you will, they get to decide. So we have Sabong Arena, right? There's no reason why you wouldn't like for the winners the every day you could have, I don't know, movie tickets or something like that they
that's right.
can get
Yeah,
offline, etc.
that's right.
So I want to really engage with some of the other not engage rather, but integrate with
Right.
some of the other sort of giveaway and other platforms, so as people play they can not only win big jackpots but also win real world prizes. And what would be really cool is if we also had live games, where
That's
we
right.
did a stream like this and
But
there was
yeah,
live game and people
that's
were
right.
playing and we could see the orbs move and
Moving.
things like
Yeah, I
that.
like that.
Yeah, yeah. There's so much we can do. That's why I put season one there, because my season one is low key just the game, and then season two we can introduce many other concepts and make it fun. And obviously it has to be responsive and to work on mobile, because if it's a multi-day game, you're not going to sit in front of your computer. You want to be
That's
able to
right.
play it
That's right.
anywhere. Now let me ask you, Garfield, one thing I was toying with is giving players the ability to have sort of a credit in the game, where you go ahead and load up your token once and then you play each turn how many of those tokens you want to use, versus having to pay
That's
each
right.
turn.
Right.
So kind of like you've loaded up a game. It's kind of like when you go to the arcade, right? You load up your
Right.
card and then
Yeah.
you use it on each um, thing. So I was thinking of that also, but I might avoid that, because it's just more complexity at the moment. It's much easier for people to just sign a transaction, because gas is so cheap anyway.
Right.
Uh, it, it,
Exactly.
uh, it should be
Maybe
it should be
later.
okay.
Yeah, maybe later down the road, to
Yeah,
for an ease of loading your bet, if you will, on how much. Let's say
yeah,
the entry is 50 or 100. There'll be entries for 500 or 1,000. And I think this will be a very interesting mind game. You know.
yeah. But when you create the game, you get to name both teams, so you can give whatever names you want, and for each team you get to pick an emoji. That's what shows up on the screen. It's the emoji and the team name. And so in the leaderboard, you see that, you see the emojis and
That's right.
who's tugging more and so on. And yeah, we've got some puns here going with tug also. So yeah, but yeah, guys, this is coming soon. And thank you, Garfield, for you know what, I'm gonna hold my thanks a bit, because I don't like I said, I want this to be a creative pursuit more than a business pursuit.
That's
So
right.
I love the fact that we are collaborating, because we've got Sabong Studios and this game there, but I don't want it to become more work for me. I want to have a lot of fun.
I
So
think at the end of the day, I think at the end of the day, that's what it is. I mean, it's fun,
yeah,
especially once you see this come to life. You know what I mean? This
yeah,
orb moving back and forth, and the artwork, the way it everything. It's fun. I mean, we're having fun watching this and looking at this and putting together in like the website that we have. The Sabong Studios. I think it's really
yeah,
nice to see that. Tug of Tokens is there, first highlighted game. And then the TG
yeah,
game is going to come in by the end of the week as well, so it'll be highlighted again. Maybe they can make a guess, take a guess of what game would that be from that front page of
yeah,
Sabong Studios.
definitely. So I wrote the white paper this past weekend, and I also started watching Severance. I don't know if you've seen the Apple TV ads for it, but and I decided that I'm gonna binge watch Severance and code this watching Severance. So everything you're seeing in my contract code in the front end, etc., is all gonna be basically, like I said, I want to be fun. So it's binging, sitting on the couch, coding, and watching Severance at the same time, and cranking out this game. So I'm very excited. I'm really really excited about it. And
It's good.
Yeah, it's good to be collaborating and having fun. And I'm excited to see how the community responds. Maybe you love it, maybe you hate it. I don't know. We'll find out. But for me, it's gonna be fun coding it.
That's
And
right.
one of the things I had committed to the community in a prior live stream is to do streams like this and do some live coding. So I think I'm going to do that for Tug of Tokens. I will uh, get on it. The only challenge is that people will find out how bad I'm at coding. So that's uh, that's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind. It's about getting through some tough concepts. Understanding how to. uh, Most developers like to see how other developers problem solve. troubleshoot, etc. So my challenge is that I'm at any given time working on at least 10 different projects. So I have in the same day, to uh, context switch a lot. But I guess if I do a live stream, I can probably focus for a little bit and not do anything else at the time. But anyway, I'm really excited. I hope the community is also. So go ahead and look at the white paper, and you can also get this deck. The link is right there, Tug Deck. And I will be in the Sabong channel to answer any questions about Tug of Tokens. I can't answer any questions about everything else, but Tug of Tokens, I will answer whatever questions you have. And if there are
That's
any
great.
questions here, let's take a few of them, right?
Yeah, yeah, I think that would be good.
Uh, Xenon says maybe winnings can be bridged from BSC to Vitruvio with instructions how to add Vitruvio blockchain to the wallet. It will grow the community. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, very good strategy.
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Yeah, because it's very basic anyway to teach them on how to add the RPC.
I'm not a chicken plucker. I'm a chicken plucker son. When I'm not plucking chickens, I'm having a tug for fun. Phantom says I like Severance. So far it's pretty good. I like it. Let's see. We can become famous gaming streamers. Oh yeah. Yeah. Be cool. Very exciting. Let's see. Oh, just a minute. I got a message
Yeah.
live about something.
Oh wow. Maybe we can share it, brother.
Oh, let's do it. This wow.
So the
Cock,
fun is not over. We get
cockfight dot mini app
stores.com.
stores. All right. Let's see what this is all about here.
Wow.
Whoa. Is this the Telegram game?
Uh, um,
It looks totally different on mobile. You know what? Let me
yeah,
let me go into
but
it.
that's our TG game.
Yeah.
That
It's a mobile game. It looks very different on mobile. So let me reload
yeah,
here and look at it on mobile.
I like those
Damn. All right.
little
Cool. How do you
hatchling.
play? Oh, nice. There we go. So this is already our Sabong Studios new game coming up. Uh, Love it.
Noise.
Wow. This is
Um,
great. I'll have to figure out how to play. This is whoa, spin. Am I
I
connected?
see all these little chicks on in my phone. Um,
Yeah, I see that too. In in um, in the emulator, it might not work so good, but this looks so good. Uh, I'll have to check it out, and we'll do another session on it. Animation on, sound effects on, music on. All right, let's go. Yeah, I should. It's a work in progress. It's looking pretty great. And what we'll do is next time we'll connect an actual phone because the hardware does make a big difference versus
that's
trying
right.
to do
Yeah,
this with emulation. So
like
wow,
mirror
love
the
it.
phone. Yeah, yeah, it's nice. And
Yeah, so we're cruising. Sabong Studios is moving at warp speed here. We've got the game on, and we've got Tug of Tokens coming this week, and also what is that game name? Cockfight. Yeah, Cockfight.
yeah.
Nice. Um, so lots of exciting things coming up this week. So I guess Scream Crow says he wants to be. They want to be a beta tester. Right. Okay,
Okay.
so this is going to be an exciting week here. We get two games released and many more coming. And wow, I'm excited about this. I'm so excited. Better sign up here, guys. You can sign up to get notified when the games are being released. So excellent. All right, I think that was our hour there. This was a
Check it
good
out.
live. I
Look at
once again appreciate Garfield that we are doing this
oh, you're
collaboration.
welcome. No,
Uh,
no, back to you. It's I think like you said, it's a collaboration that makes things happen. Really, really excited about that, and I'm confident that the community is going to be happy, you know,
yeah,
and they'll be able to share it with other people out there, and transaction volume and the vibe contract and the rebates, it's all happening, guys. So first it started off on Friday, right? When Nick released the Kraken, all the restrictions are lifted off, and that's a start.
yeah.
Now it's gonna start rolling out good things, and I think we gotta witness it together. So excited, very excited.
Let's give it G-rated, guys. We got cockfights and we're talking.
That's
We
right.
will be definitely G-rated. One thing, Garfield, is when I came down and visited you, and we talked about Flex Fun and movies and all that. I see this incredible synergy going on, with gaming and movies
Right.
and all of that, and it's just exciting times now that we've got sort of the protocol settled. Nelio's working on the release. I kind of take great pleasure in starting to delegate some of these things, so it goes off my plate and I can focus more on some of the more strategic things around this
That's right.
protocol, including raising capital, which we need to do in a big way, and
That's right.
also marketing. Starting to, because we've got an incredibly rich platform and exhibit. We can start getting galleries and artists and museums and everybody on board. We've been working hard for the past 18 months, and now we get to execute. Everyone wanted us to execute before things are ready, but when you do that, what happens is people get a sour taste and they don't want to come back because it's not finished. So
That's right.
you don't want to go and get a half-built car, right? It won't work and
Right.
you get frustrated. So things have to proceed at their natural pace. They have to be finished, and then you invite people on. It's pointless to invite people in before things are ready for them,
That's right.
because they have a terrible experience and they say, this sucks, I don't want it. But we want
But
them to
here,
be delighted.
exactly, and I wanted to share this also because that's how I see it. It's like, let's go back all the way to 2009, when Bitcoin came out as blockchain. It's at 2 cents, right? And then 2014, when Ethereum rolled out, it was 31 cents.
Yeah,
And then 2017, when Binance rolled out, it was 10 cents. And we're at 2025, Vitruvia rolled out, we're at 17 cents. I mean, there's similarities in that picture right there. The blockchain is now ready, and it is now time for us to build upon. It's now time for us to start, creating videos. That's why I started creating
yeah,
videos.
that's
And I
great.
talked a little bit about that. And I know I don't have a lot of subscriber, but that's the reason why I encourage everyone to subscribe, because the first 1,000 subscribers, I think they'll be happy with what Garfield is going to do for them. So, no, very excited, brother. Very excited.
I am too. This
Oh,
is a good
when
time.
when hatchlings reveal, guys, give us maybe until Wednesday or Thursday. It's definitely this week. Really exciting. I wanted to show you, but my partner said no, 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 no. Don't show them anything yet. The reveal will happen this week, guys. So I can assure you, you'll be happy that you waited until it reveals.
Yep. Well, I hope this was worth it for you to wake up early, guys. Those of you who are in time zones where it's very early in the morning, thank you. We appreciate you, and look forward to releasing some of these games in the community this week, and just having some fun.
In the morning, right? In the morning.
In the morning, we'll do the next one in the morning, so that it will be a good time for everybody.
That's right. That's right. And
Yeah.
Tartan and Misty is not going to be awake at 3 o'clock in the morning. So guys, we'll make it up to you, and make sure that towards the end of the week we'll do it like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, so it'll be at night to you.
Yep. Yep. All right. That's it. Garfield, thank you so much. And we'll see you again soon. Bye,
Have a
everyone.
good
Thank you. See you
everyone. Bye
all. Bye
bye,
bye.
everyone.